So in the previous class, we discussed about how to locate the instantaneous center. So if the two links are joined by a pin joint, then the joint is an instantaneous center. If the links are rolling, if one link is rolling over the other, then the point of contact is called as an instantaneous center. So in case of slider, if it is moving on a straight surface, so you can see the velocity is parallel to the surface and you can see the velocity vectors will never meet. So perpendicular to the velocity vectors will never meet. So the instantaneous center is at infinity. So if it is moving in a curved path, then again you can see the center of the curved path is the instantaneous center. So if it is sliding over a curved surface or over a circle, then again the center of the circle will be the instantaneous center. And to locate this instantaneous center easily, Kennedy has proposed a theorem. So it is called as Kennedy's theorem. So what Kennedy states is, if three bodies, if they are moving relative to each other, then they have three instantaneous centers and these centers lie on a straight line. Okay, so this theorem is Kennedy's theorem. So you can see link A, B and C. So you take two at a time. So link AB, the instantaneous center is IAB. Link AC, the instantaneous center is IAC. And then you can see the instantaneous center IBC. So you can see that they are lying in a same straight line. So IAB and IBC will be lying in a same straight line, and IAC and IBC is also lying in a same straight line. IAC and IAB is also lying in a same straight line. So you can see they are lying in a same straight line. So this theorem is highly useful in determining the instantaneous center. So the first step in methods for the locating the instantaneous center in a mechanism is, first you have to determine the number of instantaneous centers. So that you can determine by using the relation n is equal to n into n minus 1 by 2, where n is the number of link. Suppose you have a 4-link mechanism, then n will be equal to 4 into 4 minus 1 by 2, which is equal to 6. The next step, we have to make a list of all the instantaneous center in a mechanism. So first you write links, and here you can write the instantaneous center. So you first consider the case with 1. So I12, then I13 and I14. Similarly consider the case of 2. So I21, already I12 is there. So I21 is equal to I12. So you needn't write it again. And next is I23 and I24. Now consider the 3. I31, already I13 is there. So you needn't write I31. I32, I23 is there. So you needn't write I32. So next is I34. And regarding the fourth link, already it has paired up with 1, 2 and 3. So you needn't write. So this is how you will be finding out the various instantaneous center and write it in a table. So how many instantaneous center we have to determine? Let us see. So this is a 4-bar mechanism. By visual inspection, we are able to locate 4. So these 4, these 2 are fixed and these 2 are permanent. So we have to locate the temporary. So what are the permanent instantaneous centers? I14 and I12 are permanent instantaneous center. So 14 and 12 and 34 and 23. So 34 and 23 is also permanent. So you have to locate these two, that is I13 and I24. So I have to locate I13 and I24. Now I have to locate I24. So we are going to apply the Kennedy's theorem here. So you take the combination of any three links out of the four links such that it has to have 2 and 4. So the combination that is available is already 2 and 4 is there. So one combination can be I, 1, 2 and 4. So you can take the links 1, 2 and 4, or the other combination will be links 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I have to take three links. Already two links are specified here, that is 2 and 4. So the third link can be either link 1 or it can be link 3. So let us take link 1. So link 1, what are the? We are going to take link 1, 2 and 4. So what are the various instantaneous centers? I14, I12, and the third combination is I24. So by Kennedy's theorem, it is lying in a same straight line. So if you extend I12 and I14, the I24 will be lying on the line, the same line, extended line, according to Kennedy's theorem. Now take the other combination, that is 2, 3 and 4. Here again you can see the two permanent instantaneous centers. So what are the three possible instantaneous centers are I34, I24 and I23. So I23 is already located, I34 is already located. So I24 will certainly lie along this line. So you can say that this is going to lie along this line. And also know that I24 is going to lie along this line. So you have to find the point of intersection of these two lines. So the point of intersection of these two lines will give the instantaneous center I24. Now we can follow the same to find out the instantaneous center I13. So you have to take combination of three links and it has to include 1 and 3. So one first combination will be I, 1, 2 and 3. The other combination will be I, 1, 3 and 4. So if I am considering I, 1, 2, 3, so the centers will be I, 1, 2, I, 2, 3. So this is I23 and this is I12. So it goes without saying that I13 will be lying along the extended line of connecting these two. So I have to connect these two and extend it. Then that will give the location of the instantaneous center I13. So similarly, another combination involving 1, 3 will be 1, 3 and 4. So 1, 4 is already located. Y34 is also located. So if you extend this line, so along this line you can see I13 will be located. So join those two lines. They will meet at a point and that point is I1. So this is how you have to locate the instantaneous center which are neither permanent nor fixed by using Kennedy's theorem. So we have to take a combination of three links at a time and make sure, and by Kennedy's theorem, since the instantaneous center are going to lie on the same straight line, knowing any two instantaneous center, the third line instantaneous center will be on the line connecting those two instantaneous center. So if you have any number of links or any number of neither permanent nor fixed instantaneous center, you can apply the Kennedy's theorem for three links at a time and you can find out what are the instantaneous center. So in the next part, we'll see how to find out the velocity of a 4-bar mechanism and a slider crank mechanism using instantaneous center method. Yes, thank you.